very special edition of What's New with Charlie's this week. We have a lot going on this week. We have a Michigan premiere of a new bourbon, and you know, one of the perks of knowing the bourbon fool like I do is sometimes he gets company to come here and visit us. So, Don, who you got here with us today?
Well, Charlie, I'm so very proud to have Caryn Wells here from Green River Distillery, and she came all the way from Owensboro, Kentucky to Charlie still on Maine.
That's pretty cool, dude.
I'm pretty impressed by
Welcome.
that.
Happy to be here.
Yeah.
And this all happened because I finally took the trip out to Owensboro. I visited Green River not knowing what to expect. And what happened was I had one of the top Kentucky bourbon experiences I've ever had.
I can vouch for it because he hasn't stopped talking about it. So
That's true. And if I talk about it after visiting 60 distilleries, it was a nice visit.
Absolutely. So I can't wait to go. So I'm hoping to get down there soon.
Happy to have
the next best thing is just have you come here.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. So, so we're, like I said, the official kickoff of the Green River Bourbons are here in Michigan this week. So we're getting a little sneak preview today. That you have two bourbons. Y'all, why don't you tell us about the bourbons?
Yeah, sure. So last year in February, we launched our Kentucky bourbon, and this is a brand that hadn't been around in over 138 years. So we launched it on February 10th of last year, went into 4 states, and this year we're bringing it into 21 more states. So right here we have our Kentucky Green River Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey with a rye as a second grain. And coming soon is our Green River Wheated Bourbon. So it has wheat as a second grain. So we're very excited for both of them.
Absolutely. You know, I'm a big wheated fan, so I'm really excited to try that. But I'm sure I will love both of them. But Don, you got anything else you want to throw in here, bud?
Well, I will tell you, besides going to Green River and seeing the campus and the Southern hospitality is there, and if you're really lucky, Caryn might be around to add some ambiance and some hospitality to it. But the bottle is fantastic. It's one of the most unique bottles in Kentucky bourbon, and I have tried all these, and I'm pretty excited for you to try them, Charlie.
I haven't tried them yet, so I didn't cheat like Don did. So yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and crack one open. Caryn, anything else you want to throw in here about the bourbons, or?
Yeah, well, our brand it was a huge iconic brand back in the 1800s, and it unfortunately suffered a massive fire just before Prohibition. So the brand never really came back after Prohibition. So we were very excited to get it back. And actually are on the original property where Green River once was back in 1885.
Well, I see your DSP 10, so that tells me right there that you've been around a long time, right?
Yep. The 10th oldest licensed distillery in the state of Kentucky.
If you pass that down.
Very
to Don.
honored to have that number.
So one more thing before we drink. Whiskey without regrets. What's the story?
Yeah, so the original.
I love it.
Yeah, the original slogan was the whiskey without a headache.
Yeah.
And it was the official whiskey of the United States Marine Hospital pre-Prohibition.
Wow.
But once Prohibition took effect, they said, yeah, you can't make medical claims with alcohol anymore. So the slogan went away, and it got changed to the whiskey without regrets.
I love it.
We've all had those.
Yes, absolutely. Cheers.
Cheers.
I think Don has that tattooed somewhere.
I do somewhere.
Yeah.
So what we're drinking is a 5-year-old profile. It is 70% corn, 21% rye, 9% malted barley.
Okay. A lot of corn, yeah, because it's got a little sweet up front.
It's got sweet up front.
If anyone watches the video, know that's my sweet spot.
Yeah.
So this is perfect.
This is a non-chill filtered bourbon, so it actually opens up as it gets more oxygen.
Sure.
And it has a nice spice cake finish. It's not peppery.
It does. This is fantastic. What is the proof on this?
Caught me drinking.
Yeah. I'm good at that, right, Don?
Yeah, really good.
It's 90 proof.
90 proof. Okay. Yeah.
So it's a nice sipper, as well as it makes a really nice old fashioned.
Yeah.
Well, I will tell you that I think, especially at the price point, it is one of the must-have bourbons right now. A lot of flavor, really smooth, and I can't come to mix this yet because I like drinking it neat.
Oh yeah, it's a fantastic sipper.
Yeah, it is. It just I always describe it to people that it has a maple syrup nose and a spice cake finish.
Yeah.
because the longer it sits out, it just gets sweeter and sweeter and sweeter.
That's probably why you have this job. That's
Yeah.
perfect description. That's an excellent.
Maybe drink a little too.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to go ahead and open up the wheated bourbon now.
The wheated
so
bourbon.
as you said, they're still in the process of bottling it. That's how new this is.
Yep.
But we're going to go ahead and got a little sneak preview here.
Yep. So what this is it too is 90 proof. It's 70% corn, 21% wheat, and 9% malted barley.
Okay.
And it really lends the higher corn content with the wheat, really kind of balances everything out with it. It gets a lot of more of the caramel, sometimes the what I call stone fruits, and stone fruits are your fruits that have a seed in the middle of them. So like your peach, your plums, your cherries, it picks up those kind of
Okay.
flavors on the nose and aromas.
Cheers.
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 Charlie?
Cheers, buddy.
Again, to me it's very well balanced.
It is very well balanced and completely different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not your typical wheated bourbon.
Right.
I think it lends more sweetness. It lends more like the cinnamon notes on the finish.
Mm-hmm.
Being not your typical wheated is a good thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, we wanted to do something that literally just take the same recipe and switch the grain and see what happens, and we think we scored.
Well, yeah, absolutely, you did. Like I said, it's they're two completely different bourbons. So we're actually, Caryn's here tonight. We're going to do a dinner tonight at Charlie's, featuring these fine bourbons, and our chefs got some great food together. And we're kind of working blind because we hadn't got to try it because
Yeah.
it's not here in Michigan yet. So
Yeah.
now that I see the difference in the two, it's going to be really exciting for tonight.
Yeah, I think it'll be a nice time. And like Don was saying, the price point is $34.99 a bottle. So we want you to go and get it and drink it and enjoy it.
Oh yeah,
It's not meant to sit on the shelf and collect
That
dust.
is amazing because I have paid way more for way worse bourbon. Many times actually I've done that, but this is fantastic. $34.99 is amazing.
Thank
So
you.
yeah, that's great.
It is one of the true great values in bourbon right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, we're excited to have you in Michigan.
Thanks.
And we're really excited to have you at Charlie's. Thanks for coming
happy
up.
to be here.
Thanks for
Absolutely.
pulling some strings, Don.
Well, Caryn, see, that's what happens when the guy from Michigan shows up and talks you into coming up here. It's what happens.
That's it. Yeah. And yeah. So absolutely. Well, anything else to add? Anybody?
If you're looking for a good quality bourbon right now, this is coming to Michigan. It's coming to your state soon. Look for Green River Bourbon, wheated and rye.
Yeah. And be like me, want to go to Owensboro and check it out.
Yeah,
So,
come on down. We're on the Kentucky Bourbon Trail, and we do tours 6 days a week.
Yeah.
Our tour was rated the 4th best tour. We are in the Central Time Zone, so that does help folks out coming from the West.
Okay.
Don't have to change time zones.
Nice.
So yeah, it's a great tour.
Well, Don put it higher than 4, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I don't know who rated you 4, but yeah.
Well, it's in the top 5 distillery experiences I've ever had.
Wow, that's saying a lot because the guy's been everywhere. So hey, thanks again for tuning in. Thank you, Caryn, for coming up tonight. We're really looking forward to dinner tonight with you. And Don, thank you, buddy.
Hey, thank you all for watching, and Caryn, thank you for making the trip.
Cheers.
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 Yep.
What's new at Charlie's? What's new at Charlie's? Still on Main. What's new at Charlie's? Tell me what's new at Charlie's? Still on Main. What's new at Charlie's? What's new at Charlie's? Still on Main. What's new at Charlie's? Tell me what's new at Charlie's? Still on Main. Come to Milford, Michigan, USA, the best southern taste.